and welcome back to ArchiCAD. Hopefully from our last tutorial of windows we've gone ahead and installed the other window in our bathroom and the other window in our kitchen over the sink. Hopefully we had a tinker with opening and closing the windows to make them look more realistic. And once that's done, now we can move on to our next tutorial, which is installing our roof. Come over here to our plans. We can have a look and we can see these dotted lines around the perimeter represent our roof line. The dotted lines down the middle here represent the crest of our roof. And it also gives an indication of the type of roof that we're going to be doing. So if you come over here, I'm going to show you some types of roofs that are out there. There's a whole bunch of types. One's as simple as a shed roof, flat roof, combination roof like this, which you might find on a common Queenslander style house. Hip and valley roofs, which are on houses that have an L-shaped cross floor plan. Skillion and lean roofs, which are on a lot of modern houses sort of have this style. And then we have the gable roof. You have a box gable where the ends are closed in, or we have an open gable where the ends are not closed in. If we look at our plan here, you can see this crest coming straight down the middle indicates it is a gable type roof. And if we look at the front picture here, we can see it's not closed in, therefore it'll be an open gable. We look here at the information here. Our roof is going to be made up of trusses to the manufacturer's specs, and the trusses are going to be 900 mils spread from each other. I can show you what a truss is. A truss is basically the framework of a roof. They're usually a single truss is made up in a triangular sort of a shape, like this, and it spans the width of the roof. Trusses are laid out, a combination of trusses that spread out across the roof like so, and in our specs, as it said, 900 mils apart from each other. It might explain it's 900 mils from one truss to the next truss to the next truss, right across the span. So that's what it means by trusses. The trusses are going to be made out of F14 hardwood battens, say timber, and it's going to be, the top of the roof is going to be Colorbond custom orb roof sheeting. Custom orb is the type of profile of the roof sheet. And the roof's going to be at a pitch of 15 degrees, which is its angle from the horizontal. Horizontal being 0, and the pitch being 15 degrees from the horizontal. Obviously, the higher the pitch, the higher the slope. A pitch of 30 degrees might be something like this and come up there and give the roof a greater slope. Okay, so now let's go over to our ArchiCAD. Now let's go to our 2D mode. And now let's start constructing our roof. So select our roof tool over here. And let's go into our settings. The roof tool, the first one, is our positioning. So this is known as our pivot line. This is how high we want our roof to be. We want our roof to just be sitting on top of our walls. And as we know, our walls are set at 2400. So we're going to make this 2400 as well. And if we come over here, we have our types of roof. We have our composite combination roofs, which is what a builder would use. And we have our simple roofs, which we're going to use. We want our simple roof to be with 90 mil battens, so make that 90. And we want our style to be, because it's being trusses, are going to be timber, so select timber roof here. Our pitch, if you remember, is 15 degrees, so make sure this here is set at 15 degrees. And the ends of our trusses, our truss angle, we want them to be vertical, so select the middle one, because this vertical face here is where the gutters gets bolted onto. So most trusses would be at a vertical have a vertical edge, like I say. We come down to our multiple plane geometry here. This pitch will already be set at 15 for us. Now we come out down to our eaves overhang. Now this is important. We have our offset eaves, and I need you to select 600. And if we go back to our diagram, to our floor plan, you can see that the roof overhangs the walls here. And it overhangs by the amount of, if we follow down here, 600 mils. You can see there's an overhang, 600 mil overhang on the left and the right of our roof. On the front and the back of our roof, you can see the overhang is less. If we follow this across here, our overhang here is only 300 mils, so shorter. Back to ArchiCAD, their offset needs to be set at 300 because we can only choose one setting. So we'll do 300. We'll make all the overhang at 600. Sorry, we'll make all the overhangs at 600, and then we can modify the front and the back at a later date. Come down here to our model. Select your model, and in the model we can select the surfaces. So in our outside surface, I want you to select roof corrugated sheet, which is similar to our color bond custom orb profile that we need. So select that. The edges, that can be color bond too, and the underside can be, that can be white. That's fine. Come down to our layer and make sure it's in roof general, and click OK. Now it's time to insert our roof. Now we have two roof insertion options. We can insert a roof plane by plane, or we can select multi-planes where we insert it all at once. And then over here we have different styles of roofs. And as you can remember, we have a gable roof that we're looking for. So if you come to the middle and hover over, you can see that this is to insert hip or gable roofs that are rectangle. And obviously our cottage is rectangular. So select that. Now come down, it's time to insert. So come and hover over the top corner and let it snap in. Click your mouse and just begin to drag. You come over here, you can see the gable, you can see the hip, the crest of our roof is going horizontal. As we come down, as soon as it gets longer than it is wider, it's going to snap over like so. And now our hip is vertical, like we need. Come down to the other corner, let it snap, and click. And there's our roof, you can see. Has an overhang of 600 on all four sides. We'll come to our 3D version, and there's our roof. Looking just how we want, sitting right on top of our wall like so. Looking very nice. And that's all we're doing for this tutorial. Next tutorial, we'll learn to edit our roof and cut back the overhang on the front and the back. Until then, happy days.